What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media and welcome back for part number 2 of our live Pokemon Showdown RU session. Last time around we were able to get a victory under our belts as we were kind of just testing the waters with this team. Probably still be testing the waters at least through this part, if not through the next part, depending on how many battles we get through. Anyway, as we're getting started today, just a friendly little reminder in case you guys haven't done so already and you would care to show your support to the channel and the series and all that fun stuff. You can do so by clicking that like button right below this video or leaving a comment down below with whatever your thoughts may be. All of those things do help out, so shout out to you guys who stop by regularly to do those things for me. I appreciate it. And those of you that just stop by to hang out and watch some Pokemon, you guys are all cool in my book. So here we go, up against Lukesun. And he's got some very threatening Pokemon here. The Ambipom can provide some good priority pressure with the Fake Outs. The Luxray could be Guts. Archeops is always a threat. Usually doesn't carry an item, but it hits like a truck on the physical side. And Magmortar is strong too. So I'm going to start off with Main against this Steelix. And I'm just going to go straight for an Eruption. He's going to lose his Sturdy. And boom! One hit! Down goes the Steelix. Main is just too powerful. Oh my goodness. I think that's the first time I've ever seen a Mega Steelix go down in one hit. It's because I've never hit it with a Typhlosion before, I guess. Wow. Huge defensive Pokemon down on turn 1. He's going to bring out the Archeops here, and I'm tempted to just go for Eruption here, because we will outspeed you, unless you're also Choice Scarf, which I'm going to say you're not. You're probably not running an item that does 63%, and he goes for a Head Smash, he's going to kill himself. So Typhlosion taking out a Steelix and an Archeops before going down, and you know what? I'm perfectly okay with that. We could have used an Eruption or a Flamethrower against that Serperior for sure, but having Archeops out of the way is amazing, and Steelix too. He really doesn't have much to switch in on Rex now. If we can get a Dragon Dance up, Stone Edge should be able to two-shot Serperior. Actually, Dragon Claw might be able to as well. So I'm going to hold on to that. And we'll see. I guess I'll just go out into Peter here as he goes into his Magmortar. And I feel pretty safe just going for a Hurricane here. So we also have Skuntank, which can take care of Serperior. So Hurricane does a good chunk. Thunderbolt is not going to take us out. And we do outspeed this thing. So we can just Hurricane again. He doesn't really have much to switch in other than maybe the Luxray. But if it's not defensive, he would take a lot of damage. So he's going to bring in his Ambipom here. And the Fake Out is obvious. So we could just switch in Rex, because he can't really do a whole lot to me. So you know what? That's what I'm going to do. We'll save that Hurricane. Yeah, that did a whopping 7%. And now we are free to go ahead and Dragon Dance Beat Up. What in the world? That did no damage. I don't understand why you're running Beat Up. I'm completely confused. We can probably Dragon Dance again since that did no damage. And then we can sweep the rest of his team, hopefully. Should be great, because Luxray's not going to live in EQ, obviously. And Serperior, I don't think you're going to take a +2 Stone Edge. Wait, you should have flinched? Oh, he's running King's Rock Ambipom. That's just fantastic. Since he's just going for Beat Up, I'm going to Dragon Dance again, as he does bring in the Serperior now. So yeah. But the Beat Up doesn't work, because I was Dragon Dancing, I already had higher speed. I mean, I guess he's talking about the first turn, but the turns after that, Beat Up doesn't work. You can't get a flinch, you know, if you're not faster. That should be common sense. Maybe I just misunderstood what he was saying. I don't really know. Now he's switching into Ambipom. I don't know what in the world is going on here. Somehow this thing survives a +2 EQ. Goes for the Fake Outs. And this match is pretty much over. After that Serperior went down, Rex is going to be able to take care of the 2 remaining. Ambipom goes down, and the Luxray is going to get one-shotted by an EQ, even though he did intimidate us twice. I guess that was his last hope, to intimidate us. But the Luxray is still going to go down. That was really fast. We're only like 4 or 5 minutes into the video. So I am going to go for another battle here. And yeah, we don't want to call it quits that fast. That whole match went by just so quickly. There was 2 Pokemon down in like 3 turns. Or 3 Pokemon down in 3 turns, I guess. Or 2 turns, wasn't it? Because I used this Eruption on Steelix and it died in 1 hit, and then we had the Archeops come in and head smash the turn after. So that was a fast match. Alright, so the Vivillon here is going to be something to keep an eye on. We cannot spam Scald with the Cack turnaround. Alright. So he's probably going to lead off with Crustle, right? Which kind of makes me want to lead off with Stripes because I should be able to outspeed and taunt it so that it can't set up hazards. Because that's what those things do. Nobody runs Shell Smash on them anymore. They just run Stealth Rock and Spikes, which is fine. I like to run that too. But that means that they're also predictable. So I can just taunt you. And you'll be forced to switch or stay in and do, I don't know what, Rock Blast, I guess? And we can probably just Poison Jab here. I don't know what he would want to switch in on this. Never mind, he just stays in. He has a Poison Jab of his own. I guess he was predicting, I don't know what. I'm trying to think. The only thing I can think of that he may be predicting would be the Whimsicott, but why would Whimsicott switch in on a Bug-type Pokemon? Not really sure. Either way, I went for the Sucker Punch there. Probably a mistake because it's pretty obvious he was going to switch. But yeah, at least it wasn't going to be a resisted hit like Poison Jab. Probably should have stuck with the Poison Jab though. Now we have to deal with a Camerupt, which is going to be Mega. I'll switch in Quagsire here as he goes for the Eruption. That does well over half despite being a resisted hit. But we should outspeed Mega Camerupt. And we can get a Scald off if we really think he's not going to switch into the Cacturn, but I kind of think he might. So I am going to recover here. Predicting Cacturn? No, he doesn't. He just goes for Earth Power, and that does 92%. Oh my goodness, thankfully he didn't go for that the first time. That would have been scary. I guess we'll just go for a Scald since he's wanting to leave this Camerupt in on a Quagsire. So, yeah. I mean, I guess we could go for EQ just to try to not allow him to get something in for free and at least break the Focus Sash of that Cacturn if it's carrying it. But he could also just bring in the Vivillon on the EQ. Oh well. Either way, the Eruption, he opts to go for Eruption here. I don't know why. But after a Scald, bring him down to 26%, Eruption does not take out Quagsire, and we get off an EQ to take out the Camerupt. So that was just a ridiculous situation. We brought us down to 1% after that Eruption. Craziness. And he goes for a Thunder Punch on a Quagsire, and we EQ and it's dead. I'm so beyond confused. He had to have been predicting. Like, way over prediction there. But it looked like he was predicting the Pidgeot. Why would I bring in Pidgeot? Unless I really thought he was going to go for EQ, but there was no reason for me to predict there whatsoever. Yeah, unless he really thought I was just going to save my Quagsire for the Feraligatr. But with Cacturn still in play, I wasn't really thinking about it there. So anyway, we get rid of Electivire and Camerupt, which I don't think we should have gotten rid of either one, but that's just me. And with Cacturn out here and no resists to Fairy-type moves, we can just fire off a Moonblast. And he opts to send in Crustle, which takes 61% from that. Even with the lefties, that's not going to be enough to save him from the 2-hit KO. And I don't see him switching anything else in here. Yeah, he's just going to let the Crustle go down to the Moonblast, so Cotton Eye Joe picking up a kill. I love it when Specs Whimsicott kills anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Except for himself, that's not as exciting. But you can't really kill yourself with a Whimsicott. It just doesn't work. So, let's see here. He's going to go into the Vivillon. We're immune to the Sleep Powder. So we have that going for us. And we're going to get some free damage off here unless this thing is Scarf, which I doubt. Probably a Quiver Dance or a Substituter or something like that. But these things tend to be Focus Sash. So 95%. Wow, 95% from a Moonblast there. He's probably going to go for Hurricane here. And I don't really have much to switch into that. Oh, and he misses the Compound Eyes Hurricane. That is just adding insult to injury right there. That is unfortunate. That was definitely going to take us out, and he does forfeit after that. That's a bit unfortunate, but Typhlosion does naturally outspeed Vivillon, so even at the +1, and had that hit and taken it out, Typhlosion would come in and finish off the Vivillon, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's still just the principle of it. Alright, in our third match, because we're still only like 10 minutes into this video, I'm going to start off with Typhlosion predicting Cobalion as the lead. We'll see how that goes. That's my prediction. They tend to lead for like Volt Switch or Stealth Rock or both. So we'll see if he goes with that. And they tend to not think that Typhlosion will be Scarfed, which is even better. And this team is very weak to fire. He has no resistances and 3 weaknesses. See, he is also sporting the Mega Pidgeot, so that's pretty cool. The Superior is probably going to be the Leaf Storm set, I'm assuming. And he does lead off with the Cobalion, so this is good for us, because we can just fire off an Eruption, really without consequence. And down goes the Cobalion, not Focus Sash, not anything like that. Down it goes. This is a great start for us. He's going to send in Gligar next. And I'm pretty sure Eruption is still a 2-hit KO. Possibly. Although he probably has EQ. So is it worth it to just go for Eruption? I don't know if it is. We might want to switch out here. What do I have that can handle Gligar? I have Stripes who can taunt it, but I don't want to be taking EQs. Oh, and it doesn't matter because he's going to forfeit. Alright, that's... Wow, this episode feels like it just went by so fast. We had 2 forfeits and 1 really fast match. Technically 3 victories for us. I guess I'll take it. Anyway, I'm going to end things off here. I'm not going to bother searching for another one. We still have 3 episodes left to find some complete matches. Anyway, I hope you guys managed to enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure you're leaving a like rating or a comment or whatever you would like to do, and I will see you all next time. And until then, game on.